The US drone market is facing an unexpected disruption. DJI, the world's leading drone manufacturer, has effectively withdrawn nearly all of its flying products from the American market. This isn't a rumor, it's visible right now on the official DJI US store. Most of the drones, including consumer favorites like the Mavic series, the Mini line, and even newer FPV products, are listed as out of stock. If you're a drone enthusiast, a filmmaker, or even a casual hobbyist in the US, this is a very real and sudden freeze on product availability. So, what exactly is happening? The answer is layered, with no official statement from DJI directly explaining it. But by pulling together verified public observations, industry insights, and reports from various sources, we can start to piece together a picture, and that picture points to a combination of trade, tension, regulation, political uncertainty, and business strategy. First, let's talk about the most visible fact. DJI drones are currently unavailable in the US store. Go to DJI's American website and what you'll see isn't a drone showcase, it's more like a gimbal, camera, an accessory store now. Items like the DJI mic, handheld cameras, the Osmo Action series, and the RS gimbals are all there and available. But try searching for any flying product consumer drones, FPV models, even their latest units, and you'll see they're either out of stock or missing entirely. This isn't just a DJI.com issue either. Third-party retailers are out of stock as well. Even the smaller local drone stores that often serve enthusiasts and filmmakers have been wiped clean. Major outlets that once carried DJI products consistently now have blank shelves or outdated listings. Many of them haven't restocked for weeks. This isn't a shipping delay, it's a supply freeze. Now, you might think this is a temporary glitch. Maybe it's a restocking cycle or product refresh, but it goes deeper than that. According to people in the industry, retailers, distributors, and others in the drone community, this situation has been building behind the scenes for some time. Here's what we know. The US has become a difficult market for DJI to operate in, particularly when it comes to drones. Several things are happening at once, and none of them are small. First, there are import challenges. Reports have surfaced of DJI drone shipments being seized at ports, delayed by US customs, or returned to senders. These aren't just commercial shipments either. Even customers sending their drones back for DJI Care refresher warranty and repair program are reportedly facing customs blocks. Some users say their repaired drones are being held up indefinitely. Others have received unexpected import bills, in some cases exceeding $1,000, just to get their own drone back. If you're trying to run a tech company and can't guarantee reliable shipping or repair services to customers, you're in a tough spot. And DJI seems to be acknowledging that, not in words, but in actions, by halting sales until the situation improves. Next, we have tariffs and trade instability. DJI isn't alone here. This is a broader issue affecting many Chinese tech manufacturers. The problem isn't just the tariff rates themselves, it's the uncertainty around what those tariffs will be in the next few months. When you're importing products via sea freight, which can take 2 to 3 months to reach their destination, you can't accurately price the product if you don't know what the import fee will be when it lands. That makes it nearly impossible for DJI and others to do business predictably. Some companies began pausing exports to the US months ago, anticipating trouble. Those delays are now showing up as supply gaps, especially in drone inventory. Even if DJI wanted to keep their store stocked, the products just aren't arriving in the country, or aren't being cleared to do so. This brings us to a critical realization. DJI is not publicly announcing a full US exit, but they are strategically retreating. This retreat affects almost every category of flying product, from the Mini and Mavic series to their FPV and enterprise drones. Even newly released products are affected. They're being listed as out of stock or simply not showing up in the store at all. Now let's talk about DJI's silence. The company hasn't made an official statement about why this is happening, but behind the scenes, people connected to the situation, retailers, importers, and insiders, paint a consistent story. They say the US is simply too unstable and too risky right now for DJI to keep business as usual. It's not just about profits, it's about logistics, regulations, and reputational risk. All of this uncertainty has a ripple effect. Customers can't buy new drones, retailers can't restock, repair services are delayed or stalled, and confidence in the DJI brand, at least in the US, starts to waver. Not because of product quality, but because of access and support. Uncertainty. There's another layer to this. DJI is also facing political scrutiny in the United States. There have been ongoing concerns, right or wrong, about data security and surveillance. DJI has long been accused of potential backdoors, cloud security risks, and government ties. In response, the company has released white papers on drone security, emphasizing their encryption protocols, server locations, and secure boot systems. But some observers argue these are distractions, focusing more on external hacking threats than addressing what DJI themselves might do with user data. In Europe and the UK, DJI is pushing back hard against these perceptions. As they reduce drone activity in the US, they've ramped up advertising campaigns in other regions, especially around their enterprise products. They're also promoting documents claiming that DJI uses secure cloud infrastructure like Amazon Web Services, and that they don't store user logs unless voluntarily submitted. The timing of these claims seems deliberate. They're trying to reassure European customers, and also influence American policy indirectly by showing off their security measures. But if this is a public relations move, it hasn't translated into actual product movement. As of now, drones are still missing from US shelves. Meanwhile, DJI isn't the only company backing off. Another example is hobbyist, a smaller manufacturer known for flight controllers and other drone parts. They've announced that they are no longer shipping outside of China and Hong Kong. Orders from US customers have been cancelled. This shows that it's not just DJI facing resistance, it's an entire supply chain of drone-related tech starting to restrict or withdraw from global sales. Whether this is part of a broader strategic pullback by Chinese drone makers or temporary pause while policy stabilizes isn't yet clear. But for us customers, the effect is the same. Drone availability is drying up, and it gets even trickier when you look at alternatives. There really aren't many. If you want a drone with the capabilities of the DJI Mavic series, your best shot is another DJI Mavic. There are almost no serious competitors in that space. The one often mentioned is Alto Robotics, but they're also a Chinese company, and therefore under similar scrutiny and market pressures. And while Alto drones are competent, they're often seen as lacking the maturity, features, and ecosystem that DJI offers. In the FPV world, there's a little more variety. HD0, a US-based company, is expected to benefit from DJI's absence. So is Cadex, which supplies components like FPV cameras and transmission systems. But even here, things get complicated. Cadex is also a Chinese firm, and its corporate practices have come under fire. Some creators have accused them of shady marketing, pressure to post positive reviews, and even hostile behavior toward critics. One creator even mentioned being directly or indirectly threatened by the company. So yes, alternatives exist, but each comes with its own baggage. For now, DJI hasn't pulled out of the US drone market entirely. Their drones are still listed on the site, even though they're marked out of stock. That suggests this is a pause, not a permanent withdrawal. Still, it's clear they're in wait-and-see mode, hoping the dust settles before making their next move. Retailers are reportedly expecting some restocks by mid-July or August. But even those expectations are tentative. With tariffs fluctuating and customs issues ongoing, no one can promise that DJI drones will return to the US in any meaningful quantity anytime soon. If you're in the market for a new DJI drone and you're based in the US, your best option may be importing from Europe, where stock is still fairly stable. But even that comes with complications: warranty restrictions, import duties, and shipping delays. Right now, the US drone industry is in a state of uncertainty. DJI is pulling back, hobbyist is out, alternatives are shaky, tariffs are unpredictable, and policies are still evolving. That's the reality of Section 1. In the next section, we'll dive deeper into DJI's global strategy, the future of the US drone market, and what this disruption could mean for the drone industry as a whole. We'll also look at who stands to benefit, who's losing out, and where consumers like you can turn next.